Golf Unity, the most popular golf infotainment podcast in town. Welcome to Golf Unity, your weekly deep dive into the golf world that actually matters. We're cutting through the noise for all you cool, dialed-in golf fans out there.
And what a week it's been, seriously. We're talking about history almost made, tempers flaring, and careers hanging by a thread.
Exactly. So buckle up.
Yeah.
Our mission today, we are unpacking some truly brutal near misses. We're digging into that Ryder Cup fallout that just will not quit. And we're getting into the intense grind pros face just fighting for their tour cards.
Yeah, it was. It was a roller coaster. Let's start with maybe the most agonizing story. That single swing that cost everything.
Oh, man. Matt McCarty at the Backroom Classic over in Japan. You got to hear this. This guy was playing out of his mind.
Absolutely electric. He's a lefty, starts his final round on the 10th right, goes 4 under 31 on that first 9, totally clean cart.
And then he just catches fire. Starting at number 1, he rips off 8 birdies. 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Like, that's just insane scoring. So he gets to his final hole, the 9th. It's a long par 4, 490 yards. And here's the deal. You need to understand what was on the line here. A par gets him 59. Sub 60 club. Only the 16th guy ever on tour.
But a birdie gets him 58. Puts him right there with Jim Furyk. Like immortality territory.
So highest stakes imaginable. What happens?
He hits the tee shot, and it goes left, way left, out of bounds.
Oh, no. For the pain.
Just gone.
Instantly. The pressure just, got to him. Had to reload, hit his 3rd shot into the fairway. Then he hits his approach, gets it to about 7 feet.
Okay, so maybe saves par for the 59.
Makes the putt. But it's for bogey. Finishes with a 60. I mean, still a career round, but wow.
One bad swing from 58. He actually said that. Said he got a little tight, tried to guide it, and just wiped it. Brutal.
And remember, he also missed an 8-foot eagle putt earlier in the round on number 4. Think about that now. That putt becomes absolutely massive in hindsight.
The torture. Golf, man. It takes away in the harshest ways.
It really does. But while McCarty's dealing with that agony, someone else is grabbing the win. Xander Schauffele. Right. Xander takes the title. Snaps a pretty long winless drought for him, like 15 months, not since the 24 Open.
And his first stroke play win as a dad, his son Victor is just 6 weeks old. So maybe some dad power there.
Could be. But Xander actually pointed to something else. He said the Ryder Cup, even though the U.S. lost, helped him.
Yeah, this is interesting. He said playing that very high-stakes, high-pressure golf at Bethpage, it kind of forced him back into good habits, gave him confidence to hit shots he'd been shying away from.
So the team pressure cooker actually forged individual success later on. That's a cool takeaway.
It is. Meanwhile, spare a thought for Max Gracerman, runner-up. Again, 2nd year in a row at this event.
Oh, that's tough. He nearly holed out from the fairway on 18 to force playoff too, didn't he? Like 182 yards out?
Yeah, almost pulled it off. Shot 65 in the final group, which is, usually pretty darn good. But he just said flat out, didn't play good enough. Honest assessment.
Okay, so Xander used the Ryder Cup pressure positively, but let's pivot back to the Ryder Cup itself. Because the fallout from Bethpage, specifically the fan behavior, it's still making headlines.
Oh, it's lingering, all right. And you can tell Rory McIlroy is just frustrated by it. He basically said people are focusing on the wrong things, the abuse and the crowds, instead of Europe's amazing win.
Yeah, I saw that. And it was ugly. We heard about Rory yelling back at a fan. His wife, Erica, apparently got hit by a drinks cup. Just not good.
Not good at all. Even the U.S. players were kind of embarrassed. Colin Morikawa said fans probably crossed the line. Remember, he'd called for absolute chaos. He had to walk that back, so he didn't mean rude chaos.
Right. And Schauffele mentioned unsavory things being said. It got so bad, Tom Watson, former U.S. captain, said he was ashamed.
And the PGA of America CEO even promised to apologize personally to Rory and the European team. That tells you how bad it was perceived.
Beyond the fans, though, there were questions about the U.S. strategy, weren't there? Like the course setup.
Big time. Captain Keegan Bradley admitted, straight up, definitely made a mistake on the course setup. That's a huge admission from a captain.
He went for soft greens, short rough, thick stuff around the greens.
Yeah.
Thinking it helps the American bombers, right?
That was the theory. But you have to ask, did they not see how that could play right into Europe's hands, too? Their short game is often world-class.
It seems like maybe a failure of, strategic thinking compared to Europe.
That's what the analysis suggests. You had Bradley focusing a lot on, emotion, personal connection, which is fine. But Europe under Luke Donald, They were surgical.
Oh, so.
Donald had this stacked backroom team. Paul McGinley as strategy director, Eduardo Molinari doing deep dives on stats. They were incredibly prepared. It was less about passion, more about process and collective effort.
A band of brothers thing Robert McIntyre talked about.
Exactly, and it showed. They built that massive 11.5 to 4.5 lead by Saturday. It wasn't just luck. It felt like a systemic difference.
Which brings us to another Ryder Cup controversy, the envelope rule. This sounds like something out of a spy novel.
It kind of does.
What?
So Victor Hovland pulls out a Sunday singles, disc bulge in his neck, can't play.
Okay, injury happens. What's the big deal?
The big deal is this triggers the envelope rule. Because the pairings were already set, Hovland's match against Harris English was automatically declared a half. Each team gets half a point.
And U.S. Captain Bradley was not happy about that.
Furious. Said the rule has to change. He clearly felt the U.S. deserved a full point, assuming English would have won against an injured or absent Hovland.
But why does the rule exist? Is it fair? Could teams, fake an injury?
Well, Hovland actually defended it. He called it a gentleman's agreement going back to '79. The idea is to prevent exactly what you said. Teams may be gaming the system.
How so?
Imagine your worst player is drawn against their best player, like Scotty Scheffler. If your guy has a niggle, maybe you pull him, guaranteeing a loss against Scotty, instead of risking a half point via the envelope against someone else lower down the order. Hovland argued changing it could open that door.
So it's designed to prevent strategic withdrawals, even if it feels weird in the moment. Interesting debate.
Definitely a quirky, very Ryder Cup specific situation.
Okay, let's shift gears from the elite, high-stakes drama to the week-in, week-out grind. Because we saw some incredible stories on the LPGA and Korn Ferry Tour, too.
Absolutely. Starting with the LPGA, Gino Thitikel. Wow, she broke this unbelievable streak.
Tell us about this streak first.
Get this. The LPGA had seen 26 different winners in the first 26 events of the season. 26 for 26. Just shows the insane depth of talent right now.
That's wild. So Thitikel became the first repeat winner.
Yep. And talk about redemption. You got to remember the previous event, she 4-putted the very last hole to lose. 4 putts.
Oh, my God. Devastating. She must have been crushed.
She admitted she definitely cried a lot. I mean, who wouldn't? But then this week, she comes back.
How'd she do it?
She was 4 shots behind with only 5 holes left to play, looked done, then goes birdie, 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 eagle. Just an unbelievable finishing kick to force a playoff.
That takes some serious mental toughness after what happened before.
Seriously. And then in the playoff, she had this crucial par putt on the 18th just to extend the playoff. And she said it immediately made her think of the 4-putt failure. But she drained it.
Wow, conquering demons right there on the green.
And she went on to win on the 5th playoff hole. Just an amazing comeback story.
Love that. Now let's talk about maybe the most pressure-packed environment outside the majors. The Korn Ferry Tour Championship.
Oh, yeah. This is where dreams are made or absolutely crushed. Only the top 20 in the season standings get their PGA Tour cards for 2026. Everything is on the line.
And the bubble watch is always intense. Tell us about Pontus Nyholm.
Right, so Nyholm comes into Sunday sitting 18th. Pretty good spot, you'd think, but he has a rough final round. He said he leaked oil all day, started sliding down the projected standings.
So his fate wasn't entirely in his own hands anymore?
Not at all. He needed help. Specifically, he needed the guy leading the tournament, Baron Botha, not to win. If Botha won, Nyholm was out of the top 20.
Talk about scoreboard watching.
Intense. But then Chandler Blanchett, who had actually already locked up his own tour card earlier, comes through and wins the tournament instead of Botha.
Saving Nyholm.
Exactly. Blanchett winning meant Nyholm stayed inside the top 20, got his card. Nyholm's quote afterwards was gold. I've got a new favorite golfer in Chandler Blanchett.
You gotta love that raw honesty. Someone else's win literally saved his job.
That's the KFT finale for you. But there's always the other side of the coin, right? The heartbreak.
Yeah, who missed out?
Some familiar names. Justin Suh, a really talented young player, finished 24th, just missed. And Russell Knox, a 2-time PGA Tour winner trying to get back, finished 36th. Dylan Wu also missed out, way down at 69th.
Ugh. So guys like Knox, they gotta go back to the Korn Ferry grind next year.
Yep. Back to square one, essentially. It's brutal. That fight for job security is just relentless.
And seeing that kind of instability, that pressure,
yeah,
it actually leads us into a really interesting trend. Top amateurs choosing not to turn pro.
Yeah, this is fascinating. We just saw veterans like Knox lose their cards, this intense KFT struggle, and now you have some of the very best college players saying, you know what? maybe not for me.
Like who? Give us examples.
Rachel Heck is a big one. Stanford star, won the NCAA individual title. Huge talent. She's going to private equity.
Yeah.
Taking an analyst job at KKR.
Wow. Leaving potentially millions in sponsorships and winnings on the table. Why?
She talked about the tour life being a grind 24/7, and she specifically mentioned loneliness. That's powerful. Stuart Hagestad, another top amateur Walker Cup player, multiple Mid-Am champ.
Yeah.
He chose finance too.
So it's not just the money, it's the lifestyle, the mental toll.
I think that's a huge part of it. They want balance, maybe more intellectual stimulation off the course. And look, they see guys who struggled on tour, like Bobby Wyatt, who is a college star, flamed out professionally, regained his amateur status, and now works at Goldman Sachs saying he's happier.
It's like they see the risk-reward calculation, the sheer difficulty of sticking, and they're opting for a different path. Less volatile, maybe?
Exactly. It signals that the allure of the tour isn't universal, even for incredibly gifted players. The pressure cooker is real, and some are deciding it's not worth it.
That's a major shift to watch. Now, let's look at the very top, the established icons. What's the latest with Tiger Woods?
Well, unfortunately, it's another health update. He had his 7th back surgery. 7th. This one was a lumbar disc replacement, L4, L5, apparently a collapsed disc.
Oof. 7th surgery. Is there any timeline for him coming back to play?
No timetable set. He said he feels he made a good decision having the surgery, and he's focusing on recovery, but yeah, it's another major question mark over his playing future. You just hope he can get healthy for his own quality of life. Forget golf for a second.
Absolutely. Health first. And another big name facing uncertainty, Jon Rahm.
Rahm finished his Live East season, but now there's this whole question mark about his DP World Tour status because of fines and suspensions. That obviously impacts his Ryder Cup future for Team Europe, too. It's messy.
Seems like the whole structure of global golf is still kind of in flux, huh?
Totally. And maybe the uncertainty is part of why Rory McIlroy is making his big move.
What move is that?
He stepped down from the PGA Tour Policy Board, remember? And now he's really leaning into this global schedule idea, playing where he wants, when he wants. He even cited Roger Federer as inspiration.
Interesting comparison. So less focus on the week-to-week tour grind.
Seems like it. He's kicking it off by playing the DP World Tour event in India. His first trip there, apparently it's a massive deal for golf in India to have him. It feels like he's embracing being a global ambassador, maybe stepping back from the tour politics a bit.
A global star acting globally. Makes sense. Okay, let's wrap this up. What a week.
Seriously. So much happened.
We had McCarty's 58 dream die on the last hole, Xander finally getting another win, crediting the Ryder Cup pressure.
Then all the Ryder Cup drama itself, the fan behavior, the U.S. strategy questions, envelope rule weirdness.
Plus Gino Thedickel's incredible LPGA redemption story after that 4-putt.
And the absolute life-or-death stakes at the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. Careers made and broken right there on the bubble.
Just goes to show, golf delivers drama at every single level. Constant volatility.
Absolutely. And we talked about that pressure driving amateurs away, crushing veterans. So here's the provocative thought I want to leave you, the listener, with. We saw the Ryder Cup narrative get hijacked by fan behavior. Rory called it the wrong reason to remember the event. How long until the next wrong reason dominating golf stories isn't fan behavior, but something like sophisticated AI deepfakes? We saw that fake McIlroy video claiming he'd quit the U.S. Tour go viral recently. Is that the next wave of chaos we need to brace for in how these huge golf moments are perceived?
Whoa! Deepfakes hijacking golf narratives. That's a chilling thought for the future. Definitely something to mull over. Okay, that's our deep dive for this week. Huge thanks for tuning in to GOLFUNITY Weekly Golf News.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Don't forget to ring that bell. Follow us on social media. Stay plugged into the coolest golf takes out there. We'll catch you next week. Head over to our social media.
Yeah?
Tell us what you think.
Let's hear it.
And give us your predictions for the future of golf.
Until next time.
Keep it in the fairway.
And hit 'em straight.